All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Dash. Today we're going to read, go over Deuteronomy and just read the curses through Deuteronomy that was put on the children of Israel. Now, today is Independence Day, and in 1776, the Israelites were in captivity, and we wasn't free, you know, we were still enslaved, so basically, American Independence Day really doesn't have nothing to do with the Israelites, and we should be aware of that, uh, because in the scriptures in Deuteronomy chapter 28, it speaks on how when the children of Israel will be taken to a land and brought on slave ships. Okay, and they say once we got off those slave ships, we will be sold, uh, and that only happened to the nation of Israel, the Israelites. It says Deuteronomy, we start at 64. It say, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even to the other, and there shall serve other gods, which neither thou or thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Okay, and that wood is talking about the cross. Okay, 65 says, verse 65, and among these nations shall thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. But the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning. For the fear of thy heart, which is the mind, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thy eyes which thou shalt see. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Okay, so um, this is how we end up get to America. Okay, brought over here in slave ships. Now let's see right here. Let's go right here and read this right here, this article. It says millions of enslaved Africans contributed to the establishment of colonies in the Americas and continue laboring in various regions of America after their independence, including the United States. Many consider a significant starting point to slavery in America to be 1619, when the privateer the White Lion brought 20 enslaved Africans ashore in the British colony of Jamestown, Virginia. The crew had seized the African from the Portuguese slave ships, yet enslaved Africans had been present in regions such as Florida that are part of present-day United States nearly 1 century before. See, some of the Israelites was already dwelling in this land too. The northern tribe, the natives. Uh, it says throughout the 17th century, European settlers in North America turned to enslaved Africans as a cheaper, more plentiful labor source than indigenous populations and indentured servants, who were mostly poor Europeans. You see this? And that's all. Slow. So anyway, sorry about that, man. Uh, let's read this again, because this right here didn't make no sense. It says, Okay. It says throughout the 17th century, European settlers in North America turned to enslaved Africans as a cheaper, more plentiful labor source than indigenous populations and indentured servants, who were mostly poor Europeans. Anyway, let's go. It says existing estimates establish the European and American slave traders transported nearly 12.5 million enslaved Africans to the Americans. Of this number, approximately 10.7 million disembarked alive in the Americas. During the 18th century alone, approximately 6.5 million enslaved persons were transported to the Americas. This forced migration deprived the African continent of some of its healthiest and ablest men and women. Yeah, because those are the Israelites, the children of Israel. In the 17th and 18th centuries, enslaved Africans worked mainly on the tobacco, rice, and indigo plantations of the southern Atlantic coast from the Chesapeake Bay colonies of Maryland and Virginia south to Georgia. Okay, man. So this Bible is dead on point, man, and this happened to no other people but the so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos. Okay. It says, let's go look at this, and then I'm gonna grab something out the scriptures to show that the Bible is accurate. It says throughout the 17th and 18th centuries, people were kidnapped from the continent of Africa, forced into slavery in American colonies, and exploited to work as indentured slavers and laborers in the production of crops. Shown are iron shackles used on enslaved people prior to 1860. You see that? So, you know, while we celebrating this Independence Day, this we was enslaved. We was in shackles. It's crazy, man. So our people out here lost, man. For real, we are really sleeping. Let's go back and let's see something. Let me go back. See. Look at that. So these the slave ships that we was packed into, and as you can see, I mean, we was packed like sardines. Our people, the Israelites. It's a shown in a chart showing the packed positions of enslaved people on a ship from 1786. See that? So we was enslaved. We wasn't even free. Look at that. Look at how people was packed like sardines. So I'm gonna get a scripture from the Bible. And matter of fact, let's finish watching looking at some of these pictures right here. It say in late August 1619, the White Lion sailed into Point Comfort and dropped anchors in James River. Virginia colonist John Rolfe documented the arrival of the ship and 20 and odd Africans on board. History textbook immortalizes his journal entry, with 1619 often used as a reference point for teaching the origins of slavery in America. See, you see that? So, um, so I'm gonna read the scripture from Deuteronomy. Uh, let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 32. Matter of fact, let's start at 48, 28 and 48. It says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he," talking about your enemy, "shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he destroy thee." And you can see those yokes of iron that was put on the children of Israel's neck, and the Bible is dead on point, man. So we know that for sure through the Spirit, and that we are the Israelites of the Bible. It says, "A nation," I'm sorry, "the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young." And see, and this is what these you know these people, these so-called white people, did to us. You know, so the Most High did this to us for being disobedient. So He put these people over us to pretty much to control us. Since we wanted to follow after other guys and stuff. You know, so the Bible is on point, man. And these scriptures is only for the people that was uh, brought over here, and the people that were the natives that was already here, the children of Israel. See that? It say Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of Independence and the third president of the United States, was born on a large Virginia estate run on slave labor. His marriage to the wealthy Martha Wales Skeleton more than doubled his property in land and enslaved people. This is a portrait of Isaac Jefferson, enslaved by Jefferson circa 1847. See that, man? So our people was enslaved, man. We out here uh, celebrating something that ain't got nothing to do with us being ignorant. You know, you know. So you see this picture right here. You know, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 32 says, "Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fare with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no more might in thy hand." See that? So our children was given to these people, man. You know, and that was all done through the Spirit of the Lord. Because we are His, we are the Israelites. Okay. See, and he say once your child was sold, you'll be longing for your child all the day and night. Meaning, you'll be wanting to get your children back, and you had no might in your hand to get them back. See, man, this Bible real. See, so Deuteronomy 45 says, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearken not unto the voice of the Lord thy God." Yahweh, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. You see, so we was given the commandments through Moses, you know, and we went off, you know, by following after other gods. You know, the most I say don't follow after other gods in the land that you go. So I want to share that with you guys today. I'll be back with the next one, Lord willing. Peace.